Hey guys, so today I am making some vegan chicken parmesan. So this is my way of making vegan chicken parmesan. It tastes so delicious. So let's get started with the video. Okay, so to make this vegan chicken parmesan, I'm actually going to be showing you two different ways. So you can make it using mushrooms. Here I'm using portobello mushroom, or you can use bell peppers. Okay, so just in case you don't like mushrooms, you can use bell peppers. I promise you, both ways they taste so delicious. Everyone who tasted it loved it. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking my mushroom. I already washed the mushroom. I removed the stem in the bottom, and now I'm taking a spoon or a knife, and you're gonna scrape off that black kind of furry thing below the whole mushroom. All right, so just scrape it off, because if you leave that, it's gonna be a little mushy, and we don't want the mushroom to be soggy or mushy. I'm also gonna trim the sides of the mushroom just to make it a little bit flatter by cutting off those extra pieces that's breaking off. So next I'm going to show you how I prep the peppers. I'm using mini sweet peppers, but if you have bell peppers, they will work better because they're, larger, and you could just cut them in like halves or even quarters and do what you got to do. But mini sweet peppers work perfect also. So I cut both ends of the peppers, and then I just made a slit to open the peppers, remove the seeds and some of the stems inside. And next we're gonna, once you've prepped all of your veggies, whether you're using bell peppers or you're using mushrooms, we're gonna start seasoning the vegetables. So I'm seasoning it with some paprika. I'm also gonna use onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, oregano, dried parsley flakes. You could substitute the oregano and use Italian seasoning if you have some on hand. Alright, and just season both sides of the veggies really well. Rub the seasonings onto the veggies, and once you've seasoned the veggies, you're gonna put them aside. And now let's make a batter that we're gonna dip the veggies in to get them nice and crispy. So in this bowl I have almond milk, and I'm using regular white flour. If you want, you can use a different kind of flour like split pea flour or whatever flour you prefer to use. And basically you wanna mix those together until you have a thick batter, but not too thick to where it's not runny anymore. I'll list the measurements I use for mine down below, and yeah, if it's too thick, just add in a little bit more almond milk. So I'm using almond milk, but of course you could switch out and use your favorite kind of non-dairy milk. And like I said, just mix it with the flour. You could use like a chickpea flour or whatever kind of flour you'd like to use here, and mix it until you have a thick but still runny, smooth batter. Okay, you want the batter to still be on the runny side. And now I'm just gonna season up the batter a little bit with salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of paprika. And then I'm using my fork to mix all of those ingredients until my batter is done. So here my batter was a little still too thick, so I'm adding in a little bit more almond milk, and now it's a little bit more runny like I want it to be. Okay, so that's our wet batter. Now I'm gonna prepare what I'm gonna use to bread the veggies, the mushrooms and the peppers after we dip it in the wet batter. So I'm mixing equal parts flour and breadcrumb, and just give that a good mix to incorporate them together. You could season them lightly if you'd like by adding salt and black pepper. I didn't season mine since I perfectly seasoned the mushrooms and peppers, and also I seasoned the wet batter. Alright, so yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna start dipping the mushrooms and peppers in the batter to get ready to fry them. So first I'm dipping them in the wet batter, and then I'm gonna put it into the plate with the flour and breadcrumb mixture. And you want to fully coat the vegetables with the mixture. All right, make sure it's fully covered with it, and then just shake off the extra flour from it, and we're gonna get ready to fry it. So you're gonna do this to the mushrooms and the pepper the same way. Okay, so next I got my pot over medium-high heat, and once my pot was hot, I add in some oil, and I'm basically dropping the mushrooms and the peppers into the oil, and I'm gonna fry them until they're nice and crispy and golden brown on one side, and then we're gonna flip them to the other side to get nice and crispy as well. Okay, so it shouldn't take that long because you just want it to get nice and crispy and golden brown. If the stove is too high, turn it up to medium heat, and once it's golden brown, I'm flipping them to the other side to get them crispy, and that's it. We're going to remove them from the oil and place them on a plate lined with paper towels so the extra oil can drip for a second. So next, get your baking dish and spray it with some nonstick cooking spray. Then you're going to place the fried mushrooms and peppers into the baking dish, spread them out, and now I'm just going to top it with some pasta sauce. I'm just using store-bought pasta sauce, and you're going to place a few tablespoons, 1 to 2 tablespoons, or however much you like, on top of each piece of the vegetables. Spread it out pretty evenly. And next, I'm gonna add my cheese. So of course, I'm using plant-based cheese. I'm using plant-based Parmesan cheese and plant-based mozzarella cheese. All right, so this is the brand I'm using. It's Good Plant, and it tasted pretty amazing in my dish. I was so surprised at this dish. It was so delicious. All right, so I'm gonna go in and add the mozzarella cheese. I'm adding a good amount, and you just want to add it on top of the veggies. Fully coat the veggies with the cheese, or again, add as much as you'd like. Okay, and then next I'm gonna add in a sprinkle of the Parmesan cheese on top of the mozzarella cheese. So the only thing with the Parmesan cheese I use, it was a little bit more difficult to melt. The mozzarella cheese melted perfectly. It was amazing, but the Parmesan cheese was a little bit more difficult to melt. It didn't really melt that much, but I still like the way it came out and texture it basically added to the dish. So after that, you're gonna put it into the oven. I preheated my oven to 375 degrees, and then you're gonna bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes and until the mozzarella cheese melts. So yeah, when it comes out, I like to add a little bit more tomato sauce on top of the dish, and also I like to sprinkle on some more Italian seasoning or oregano. All right, and yeah guys, that's how I made my vegan chicken parmesan. Seriously, you have to try this recipe. I know you're gonna love it. It tastes so delicious. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you give the recipe a try. If you try this recipe and you enjoy it, let me know in the comments down below. Bye.